Hello, I'm Laura Painter. You're watching ABC10 Plus tonight. We're learning more about Governor Newsom's newly announced AI government efficiency efforts. Then, Shaquille O'Neal is coming to Sacramento State. How the NBA legend will be helping the Hornets basketball team. ABC10 Plus tonight starts right now.
Well, California is taking a big step into the AI era.
Governor Gavin Newsom announced today new generative AI technologies are now being deployed across state government. The goal is to make services faster, safer, and more efficient.
ABC 10's Luke Clary has a closer look.
California is rolling out new artificial intelligence projects aimed at cutting traffic congestion and improving road safety, among other things. Part of a broader push to modernize state government, according to Governor Gavin Newsom.
Nothing is happening in the United States of America at the scale and scope that is happening here in the state of California.
At Caltrans, AI tools are being used to analyze traffic patterns, identify bottlenecks, and predict where accidents are likely to happen. And at the Department of Tax and Fee Administration, a new AI system is helping staff handle taxpayer questions faster, reducing the need for extra workers during peak filing season.
But there's no doubt that we can find use cases where it can help the government.
Dr. Vladimir Filkov, a professor at UC Davis and leading AI researcher, says generative AI holds great promise, but it must be deployed with safety, service quality, and workforce education in mind.
This technology is the best new thing since sliced bread. How do we use it in a way that not just it can help, it also leaves no doubt that it's helping rather than harming us?
Filkov says he's surprised how fast the state is moving.
But we have to put this into the context of, do we trust this technology enough? And are there enough guardrails put around this, especially as we are rolling it out so it interacts with people, so it interacts with our critical infrastructure? And I'm not so sure.
For now, California is moving forward, betting that AI can make government faster and more effective without losing the human touch. In Sacramento, Luke Clary, ABC 10.
The state says it's also working to set guardrails around the new technology, including new rules aimed at combating deep fakes and protecting digital privacy.
Controversial bill addressing selling minors for sex just took its next steps forward, but it's not without its hurdles. As ABC 10's Jeannie Nguyen found out, the bill's author says the way it passed today does not address an ongoing issue of minors being purchased for sex.
Alex, Assembly Bill 379 is known as the Survivor Support and Demand Reduction Act. It passed in the Assembly Public Safety Committee this morning after being amended. Its author, Assemblymember Maggie Krell, says she disagrees with the changes because it removed a portion that would have made it a felony to buy a 16 or 17-year-old for sex. Those in support of this new version say there's a reason for that.
Targeting the buyers, because that's who's fueling the sex trafficking industry.
Democratic Assemblymember Maggie Krell says her bill, AB 379, is aimed at protecting victims of sex trafficking. If it becomes law, it would dedicate funding to support survivors and law enforcement to prosecute sex buyers. It also initially made it a felony to solicit sex from minors ages 16 to 17. Even though the bill has bipartisan support, not all were on board with the bill in its original form.
The only way I was able to get it back on the calendar was to take an amendment that took out a key provision of the bill.
The portion of the bill addressing soliciting sex from a minor between ages 16 and 17 was removed, drawing criticism from Republican Assemblymember Tom Lackey.
Your original proposal was also to include protecting 16 and 17-year-old victims from these predators. For some reason, it was believed that it was inappropriate to proceed with that tenet.
Those in support of the changes say it could have criminalized teens in consensual relationships.
There were a lot of youth advocates and activists who were concerned about the way that automatic felonies levied against older teens in relationships with other minors.
Rights for Girls is a nonprofit aimed at protecting vulnerable girls and women. The organization disagreed with the change.
There is no scenario that we can think of where teenagers are engaging in a financial transaction. Or that prosecutors would waste their time going after teenagers who engage in consensual relationships.
Hours after the amended bill passed the Assembly Public Safety Committee, Governor Gavin Newsom released a statement saying, quote, "The law should treat all sex predators who solicit minors the same, as a felony, regardless of the intended victim's age. Full stop."
The bill now moves on to the Appropriations Committee. In response to the governor's comment, Assemblymember Krell says children purchased for sex are victims and those who knowingly purchase them should be charged with felonies. Alex.
All right, Jeannie, thank you so much. New tonight, Highlands Community Charter and Technical Schools. The focus of ABC10's two-year investigation, the Wild West of education, is drastically downsizing, laying off a majority of its staff. ABC10 investigative reporter Andy Judson joins us live in studio tonight with the latest.
Yeah, Alex, from staff to students, Highlands is undergoing major changes. The school's cutting over 87% of its workforce, board records show, going from around 715 full and part-time employees to just 94. The layoffs are a result of the school scaling its student population way back from over 13,000 adult students to just 3,300. And this is just the latest fallout for Highlands. The charter school recently admitted to attendance errors, saying they'll pay back the state nearly $13 million, and that's just for one school year. Recordings and documents show multiple agencies are now taking action, including the California Department of Education, the Commission on Teacher Credentialing, and the school's own oversight agency, Twin Rivers Unified. And this is all happening before a state audit sparked by our reporting that has yet to be released. That audit is expected to be published in the coming months. And we asked both Highlands and Twin Rivers Unified for comment on the layoffs, but neither responded. Alex.
All right, Andy, thank you so much. And you can watch Andy's full investigation, The Wild West of Education, right now on our ABC10 Plus TV streaming app.
We had a warm day today, but that's about to change later in the week, huh?
More changes? I can't keep up. How is April going to end?
You're right about that. I know it is a struggle to keep up. We're going to try to keep you ahead of all those changes, though. As we head into the afternoon, we are picking up more cloud cover. Wanted to start off with this beautiful visible satellite image. And what I want to point to is you're going to see some clouds coming in during the afternoon. But what you'll notice, these clouds aren't moving right there. That's because the visible satellite imagery is able to pick up the snow that is still plentiful in the Sierra. That snow melting and now helping to fill reservoirs. So the allocation through the summer has increased to 50% from the State Water Project, that coming out from the California Department of Water Resources. So snowpack season ended near 100% above average reservoir levels. Oroville could reach capacity for the third year in a row, and that could add some cushion into next year if it ends up being dry. All right, let's take a look at Lake Oroville, just one of the many reservoirs throughout the state. And you can see how those water levels have continued to climb well above that average, marked here in this baby blue shade color here. So it is approaching its capacity and it has yet to stop filling because we're still looking at snow melt coming down the hill. Plus, we had that snow last weekend. We have a few weekend changes coming our way. Cooler temperatures in the pipeline, as well as rain and snow potentially returning. Short-term forecast, we're still tracking the potential for isolated thunderstorms. That's playing out here for today. We'll see a repeat for Wednesday, possibly Thursday, and once again into Friday. Right now, Sacramento, Stockton, Modesto, and Marysville looking at mostly sunny skies. Few of those high clouds drifting through. Temperatures holding in the 80s, though. Tahoe right now at 61 degrees. And again, that sunset closing in on almost 8 o'clock this time of year. Tomorrow, we start off with a bit of cloud cover. That will thin out through the day. Morning lows right around the mid-50s with our sunrise at 6:10. Lunchtime, we're right around 75 degrees at noontime, topping out once again in the low to mid-80s. So tomorrow into Thursday, that's our peak heat under our ridge of high pressure. We have that little weather feature off the coast here, adding some instability to the Sierra. So we'll continue to see that produce the chance of thunderstorms through our Thursday and Friday forecast. And we start tracking a better organized low pressure system. Now, this one doesn't look quite as robust as what we saw last week. Still a chance for snow in the Sierra and some rain showers in the valley. In the meantime, highs are in the 50s for this Sierra. We're in the 60s and 70s down low, even some 80s peppered in there. We'll see more widespread 80s as we head to inland areas. After morning lows in the 50s, our highs warm into the 80s once again tomorrow, and our clouds will continue to thin out, so we'll see mostly sunny skies. Chance of thunderstorms on and off for this year, and a chance of rain and snow mixed in there for the weekend forecast. For the foothills, we'll also see a chance of showers coming in on Saturday. We'll see that play out for the valley, where those temperatures take a dip as well, out of the 70s and 80s into the 60s, albeit briefly on Saturday, and then right back to the dry weather.
Excitement's brewing at Sacramento State University following the announcement of sports legend Shaquille O'Neal becoming the men's basketball general manager.
Yeah, students and staff are indeed excited to see what it will do for the university. ABC 10's Roxanne Elias has the story.
At Sacramento State.
So excited.
Now I'm happy to be here because, Shaq's coming.
The announcement of Shaquille O'Neal stepping in as the men's basketball general manager has become the talk of the town on campus.
Shaq, definitely a big person. I would love to see him. All my friends already told me about him. Everyone posted on their story. Everyone knows about him coming here. I'm happy to hear that he's coming here.
Mark Orr, the director of athletics at Sac State, says the gig will be a voluntary role for O'Neal. His responsibilities will include mentoring players, recruitment, and helping with acquiring sponsors.
Shaquille is such a mentor, a positive role model and a mentor for all student athletes and all students. For his success, one of the greatest basketball players who ever stepped foot on a basketball court, but also a successful businessman. Earned his doctorate.
O'Neal's son, Shaquille O'Neal, will also be playing for the team this upcoming season. The two are joining new head coach Mike Bibby, who is known for being a Sacramento Kings legend. So what's it like having two NBA legends as part of the basketball program? Well, Orr says he's expecting big crowds at the games and for tickets to sell quickly.
Shaquille brings a whole nother element. We get Laker fans now that like Sacramento State, but also just because of his stature on a worldwide platform, it's made a significant difference just in the past 24 hours since we've announced him joining our team.
And students who usually don't go to the basketball games say they already plan on going just to get a glimpse of their icon.
I feel like it's going to attract a lot more people, especially first years.
I used to play football, I used to play track. I moved to volleyball, but I definitely want to give basketball a shot now if it's going to get me, anywhere closer to maybe being friends with Shaq or something. That'd be really dope,
In Sacramento, Roxanne Elias, ABC 10.
And the athletics director says they understand O'Neal is a busy man, and so they do plan to use him as his schedule permits.
Time now for weather with a live look outside at a beautiful evening in downtown Sacramento. Over the weekend, after a weekend of clouds and rain, we are seeing some warm sunshine today. Chief Meteorologist Monica Woods is here now with this week's outlook, and we're back on the upswing for now, right, Monica?
We are. For leaders across the community coming together this season to give back to nonprofits.
So it is called Champions for the Cause, and Marcus Allen is live this morning in Sacramento with more details. He's in Elk Grove this morning to talk about that. Hey, Mark.
Yeah, just listen to this. Wake the kids, phone the neighbors if they like to play poker. Remember this, if nothing else, May 10th, the poker tournament to end all tournaments is going to be right here where I'm standing. Like you said, it's Champions for a Cause, and these are the champions, my friends. Starting with Steve Hamamoto, good to see you again, my friend.
Thank you very much. Thank you for being here.
So tell everybody where we are. What is this place?
Sacramento Asian Sports Foundation is a 20,000 square foot facility. It's kind of a community event center, and so we're really glad to put on this fundraiser for everybody to come and join our effort.
Got it. Lending the facility for the place. It's going to be amazing, decked out for poker. And if you would, introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Samantha Contreras. I'm representing the Sacramento Asian Sports Foundation.
Yeah, Samantha, so many people have come together. First of all, you are enabling this event to take place. 18 different charities. Can you talk about some of the highlights?
Absolutely. We have the Bobby Jackson Foundation, the Sac Republic Foundation, Women's Empowerment, Three Strands, Burning Bush.
Three Strands, helping to stop trafficking. That's a great event.
Yeah, and so each of these 18 nonprofits really make an impact here in Sacramento, and we have come together to collectively go all in for impact because we need it right now, especially in these times when federal cuts are happening.
Yeah, people are hurting. Sacramento Republic FC, by the way, they have a foundation, scholarships. Our good friend, Kelly Benedict, we've had you on before. Pilots and Pups, extraordinary. And I love just seeing the shots of the puppies in planes, but you're saving lives.
We are saving lives. We're just happy to be one of the 18 nonprofits that are banding together to help each other continue our missions. In these times when funding is being cut, we're helping each other to continue to give and to support the community.
Got it. And, I try not to ask personal questions in this, but when you're not flying these puppies around, do you play poker?
Well, I will be on May 10th.
Got it.
Just put it that way.
You know who plays poker and who's fierce? Bobby Jackson. I was hanging out with him. We were talking about this event a couple days ago, and he said, "Hey, man, do you play poker?" And I said, "No, I don't play poker." He goes, "You're lying to me. I know you play poker." And I said, "No, I really don't." But he does, and he's looking for all comers. So you have Bobby Jackson. You have a lot of local celebrities and a big national celebrity. People who know poker know this guy that's coming.
Yes, well, J.C. Tran is he's won two World Series of Poker bracelets, and he's one of our guest hosts.
Yeah, which is super cool because poker players love to say that they played in tournament. Like, I'm good at nothing but like eating, right? So I want to tell people I ate against Joey Chestnut. Well, this is the same thing. People want to say that they played against the world's greatest poker player, and they can, right?
Absolutely, and they can also come and have a wonderful dinner. We're also going to have other activities for those that don't play poker, so everybody can have a good time and support a good cause.
All right, no stone unturned, award-winning, prime rib, 18 different charities, Bobby Jackson, so many others. Be a part of it. We'll link it to abc10.com. Back to you.
Isn't, Mark, the idea, though, in a poker tournament is to invite as many people who can't play as possible? I mean, right?
Good point. Usually you want to invite as many people that can't play to a poker tournament.
Exactly.
Why would you invite the guy that's won 2 World Series?
I know. Well, I'm going to be there learning from him, so
there you go.
I'll be getting some tips.
Yeah. Back to it's for a cause, Walt. 18 different causes.
Yeah.
Link,
Leave your
the
money
thing,
behind.
the deal, ABC10, back to you.
I love that. Okay, Marcus Allen,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you. All the names on the wall behind you there, very recognizable people.
Thank you so much for watching ABC 10 Plus tonight. We're here 24/7 on the free ABC 10 Plus TV streaming app. You can get your local news and weather anytime, anywhere. I'm Laura Painter. Take care. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching ABC 10 Plus. And now that you're here, why don't we take a look around and see what else is here? The very first tile on your left is always going to be streaming 24/7. You can find us adjacent to that, breaking news if it's there. And then right next to that, a replay of the most recent newscast. Whether it's ABC 10 Morning News at 5, 6, or beyond, it's going to be there. The forecast beyond that, and then right beyond that, the news that matters the most. Now that you know the basic tiles, let's go up to the top and take a deeper dive into news. We have every single newscast that you would need, including To the Point with Alex Bell, taking a deeper dive into the issues. Beyond that, ABC 10 Morning News at 5 and 6 and 11, the evening shows as well. Below that, you can watch the top stories from To the Point. Under that, Dollars and Cents, where you can learn how to navigate this challenging economy. And below that, you can watch our award-winning ABC 10 Special Investigations, where we hold the powerful accountable. Going into weather, look, it's the 10-day forecast, getting you ready for the weekend and beyond. Beyond that, sports. I know you care about the Sacramento Kings. We have the most comprehensive guide to anything, everything Kings in the locker room and on the court. We have it. Below that, I know you care about the San Francisco 49ers. Backing out again, come up to the top and join me on Verify. I'm super excited about this. Our experts are checking the facts, verifying the truth for you. Jump up now to shows. Very excited about this. Oh, look. It's Take a Look. This is my show. I love movies, and if you love movies or streaming shows, whether it's on screens this big, or this big, it's Take a Look. Recently went behind the scenes, sat down with Lady Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix to talk about Joker 2. I love the movie, and oh, I just heard you shout you hate the movie. Jump in, we talk about it on this show. Other shows, Bartell's Backroads, go up and down the state of California, tank of gas getaways, one fuel cell getaway, like places like the Toy Museum. This is what kids did before they had screens. Over here, the Moaning Caverns of Calaveras County, one of the most coveted caves in all of California. You know, watching this show, I discovered there's a cave that could fit the entire Statue of Liberty in your own backyard. You'll find about that and more with Bartell's Backroads. Down below that, To the Point. It is one of my favorite newscasts because they talk about news with Alex Bell. the way you talk about news. It's conversational, but in-depth at the same time. Below that, your California life. Love this show. Whether it's entertainment, food, beverage, lifestyle, it's there. Desiree Shepherd hosts and does an amazing job. So there you have it. It's ABC10 Plus, the app. What do you need? We heard you and we got it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for streaming. Our free ABC 10 Plus TV streaming app has so much to offer. Get your news live and on demand 24/7 so you can watch the news when you want. There's breaking news, extended forecast, and so much more. We have everything you need to get through your day and ready for the weekend. We've got you covered on money-saving tips, travel, entertainment, and sports. Download the free ABC 10 Plus app on your smart TV and popular streaming devices like Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and more. ABC 10. We stand for you 24/7.
We are in day one of a weather impact alert. This is for rain, for snow, and for wind.
Be flood ready and expect major mountain impacts.
It's that snow-rain mix that drivers have been dealing with here.
We're already seeing the impact of the storm.
We're planning for those changes.
Be prepared for treacherous road conditions.
Stay fire ready.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on ABC 10 Plus. The ABC 10 Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
We're planning for those changes.
Stay fire ready.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news, live from the scene.
It very much is an active investigation.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. ABC 10 Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.